Hello and welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I'm your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, a mother, a wife, and I'm here to help you see yourself in 2020 as your best version of who you are. I'd like to take a moment to thank you for being here today and also to remind you to share, like, and comment on today's show. I do look forward to reading all the comments and I do respond back to them all as they come on. So please remember to leave them. Also like to remind you that we are on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. And I believe we are streaming live on YouTube today, so you have plenty of places to be catching our show. Most important, share. Share, share, share. I'd like to give a shout out to all my advertising sponsors. I am sure there's a flyer with their information on there, but just to give them a shout out, we're going to start off with Sherry Simpson, who's our business guide. And then we have Susan Joy Mitchell. She is now the author of 3 amazing books, which are all available on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles. And those 3 books are Visions, The Lucky Starfish, and the Journey. So go and find those books and make sure you get yourself a copy. Then we have Gail Nicholson, our resilience coach and metaphysical practitioner. Moving on, we also have Gabriella. She's our medical intuitive, and you'll catch her last name on that form. She's a medical intuitive, CEO of the founder at Alive Health Solution. Linda Boney is our feng shui consultant. And then we also have Eliza Bloom Robertson, who's our transformational catalyst. Jill Ashley Hoffman, who's our master transformational coach, and our newest advertising sponsor, which is our guest today, Maria Russo. She is our psychotherapist and also author. So we have a lot of sponsors who support the show, and I want to give a big shout out to every one of them. Also a big shout out to Bobby, who makes all this happen for us week after week after week. And I do want to make a mention before I forget, for those Virgos out there, and as of next week, I'll have a promo for this. Those Virgos out there, happy birthday to you guys, and those of you who are celebrating and wish to redeem your birthday Cosmic Energy Soul reading, you can do that. All you have to do is go to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I have a hot special for you guys, and that rate is $55 for a 3-card spread. All you need to do is email, again, healingwithin76@gmail.com. Now, let's talk about what's going on in the world right now. The cosmic energy, lots going on. We just changed over from our Leo energy into Virgo energy. Virgo is all about organizing, scheduling, routines, and also reevaluating your exercise routine and your dietary habits. And just being in nature and wanting to help others. So I asked you, where does Virgo sit on your house, on your chart rather? In which house is it sitting in? Not sure about that information? Feel free to reach out. Again, email is healingwithin76@gmail.com. And along the side of that, I will give you some insight on your personal energy for this month as well. As that energy changes every month, as we change every month as well. I'd like to invite you at this very moment to just take a breath. Take a breath, connect with your body, mind, and spirit. As I sit here and shuffle our cards, as I am the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck, I'm going to invite you just to take a breath, put your feet on the floor, and take a moment. You can ask yourself the question and see if the cards bring you clarity, which I'm sure they will, or just be open-minded to whatever shows up. As one of my cards just fell down, I'm going to have to leave it on the floor for now. Let's see what we need to hear, what chakra we need to focus on, and also what affirmation you can use to help raise your vibration. And as I always like to say, what number is going to show up with a hidden message? Let's see what we have going on. Our card for today, interesting. It's called play. Play. How can you play today? How can you be more playful? And how can you just allow more play to come in? I like to say to bring a little bit more balance into your life between your work day and your play day. And maybe you're blessed like me, where I get to play every day in my job, in my career, where I get to play with weights, I get to play with jump ropes, I get to play with steps, I get to play with all sorts of things in my day. So I have a lot of balance between that play. But how about you? How are you playing? And let's talk about the chakra, which is the throat chakra. And I always like to say when the throat chakra is involved with play, it's reminding you to be more playful when you chat, more playful. And also those in relationships, those who are not, even be a little more flirtatious when you communicate. Everything doesn't have to be so damn serious. Your number is 1 and 6. The 1 is about a new way of playing. A new way of playing. How can you bring more play into your day, into your work day, and also at home? More play. That's 6 energy. When you do find yourself being able to play more, be more childlike, where you're not always in that adult body, go back into your inner child. That will help you to heal the inner child. Anytime we have an opportunity to play, it's helping us tap into our inner child. So I want you to remember that. 1 and 6, here's the hidden message, guys. 1 and 6 is all about that 7 energy. 7 is all about how we do get to go within and connect with our inner child and ask our inner child, what does he or she need today to help them heal? And to do that through play. As we use our play, we use our imagination, which helps us to tap into our third eye, the imagination, the creativity, the visions that we may have, and really allowing you to tap into that inner child to have that balance for the day. So that's your hidden message today, guys. 7 is going within, being connected with the inner child, and helping your inner child to heal through play. Healing doesn't always have to be about sitting in front of a psychotherapist or getting a Reiki treatment. The healing can come also from when you play. So really indulge in play this week, guys. You heard that from me. All right, so with that being said, should you be interested in getting a reading where you have some questions and you want to gain clarity, feel free to send an email, healingwithin76@gmail.com, or send me a text at 646-236-9155. And I'll get you set up on my calendar and answer as many questions that the universe has guidance for. With all that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, I hope my amazing guest is going to be here. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Maria Russo. I'm a psychotherapist, and I have written a book entitled The Growing Soul, which is an account of my healing journey. What I'm passionate about is working with people in my private practice, inspiring them to look for the possibilities for growth in their own life and to learn that their biggest challenges are their greatest blessings. You can reach me at mariaangelarusso.com, and I'd love to work with you.
Hi, my name is Jill Ashley Hoffman, and I'm a master transformational coach. I help empathic women turn their tenderness into the medicine that heals their bodies so that they can heal the world. If you would like to learn more about how to harmonize your body wisdom with your soul's purpose, I invite you to book a free Empowered Healing Clarity call with me to see how I can support you. You can do that by emailing me at jill@jillashleyhoffman.com. I look forward to speaking with you.
We're back?
Yes, we are.
All right, and we're back. Hello, and welcome to those who are just popping in now. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and just got done doing the forecast for today, the card. However, I reshuffled my deck, so I don't have it to show you. That card's affirmation was all about play. How can you play more and be more playful in your day and not be so damn serious? Also know that the number that was in the card for today was 1 and 6. 1 is a new way of doing things. That 6, when you do play, could actually help you to heal. And when we play, we tap into our inner child. Our inner child needs us to constantly connect, constantly tune into them, because they want to come out and play as well. So remember that and be playful as you can be throughout your day, at least once a day. Tune in and ask your inner child, what would he or she like to play for the day, so they too can feel accounted for and be recognized and feel love, because that's a great way to love the inner child. And loving is a great way to help heal as well. So that is our card. The chakra associated with the card was the throat chakra. So it is really about being more playful when we chat. Conversations don't have to be all so serious and business-like, so to speak. You could definitely bring in a little more fun and play into the routine. It's another way just to heal the whole process. The healing the whole process with the card. And as I was mentioning earlier, and I'll chat until my guest gets here. As I was mentioning earlier, we just moved into the Virgo energy, and Virgo energy is about organization, scheduling, routines. You may find yourself wanting to be more structured as we move into this amazing energy. And also, in addition to the Virgo energy, I'm sure many of you have been watching me week to week and know by now, and maybe you don't, that the moon rotates every 2.5 days. And today the moon is actually in Scorpio energy. And the Scorpio energy is all about, which is interesting, all about births, death, sex, transformation. So when we think about the Virgo energy and the moon energy and the Scorpio energy coming together, it's a really powerful energy there when you think about the transformations, scheduling, being organized, and more routines. So I ask you, where does Scorpio sit in your chart regarding the moon energy? And where does Virgo sit in your chart regarding your sun? And right, feel free to connect with me. And I will definitely sound insight. Okay, my guest is reaching out to me by video messenger, which I'm not able to answer that. Why did my guest do this? Anyway, I think my guest is having a challenging time. I think what we're going to probably do is take a quick commercial break and see if I can figure this out. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come right back.
If you are turned off by conventional medicine and their mantra, "Do you want meds for that?" there's a better option. I'm Gabriella Mihalician, medical intuitive and healer. Let me help you find the root cause of your illness and guide you through healing. My intuitive method directs your body to heal itself and removes barriers to healing. I invite you to schedule a session today at alivehealthsolutions.com.
Are you ready for a breakthrough? If so, I can help. I'm Reverend Eliza Bloom Robinson, Transformational Catalyst, and I support people just like you to move through the breakdown into a place of absolute empowerment and clarity. I'd be happy to offer you a complimentary consultation call. Just simply email me at newhumanitynow@gmail.com. I look forward to talking with you.
And we're on.
We're on, Joanne.
All right. I'm not really sure what's going on with my value view, guys, but I'm having a challenging time. I back up here, but I'm happy to know that my guest has arrived. I'm hoping I can hear her just a little louder. I'd like to introduce my guest, Maria Russo, who is our psychotherapist and author. And I'm looking forward to sharing her. Maria, welcome. How are you today?
Oh, thank you, Joanne. I'm doing great. I really appreciate being here.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm having a really challenging time hearing. You're very low, and I don't know what happened.
Okay, I'll try to talk a lot louder.
Okay, let's see if we could do this.
Okay.
So we have this amazing title where it's called Stepping Out of Your Comfort Zone. So let's talk about what happened when you stepped out of your comfort zone in the past, I guess, 4 years, 5 years. What took place?
Well, the first big step I made was to publish a book. And I think I probably should tell you first what my comfort zone looks like. It's basically don't let anybody know who you really are. I had a really big fear of being judged, and just didn't want to give anybody a chance to misunderstand anything about me. So it made sense to me to keep my life a secret. So publishing a book about my life was a huge step forward. And it actually did send me into secrecy again for a while.
Interesting, interesting. So in regards to when you stepped out of your comfort zone, in regards to working on your book, what was that like for you?
It was really exciting. I had wanted to for a long time to tell my story. It was like I tried to get out of the whole idea of putting it out there, but I knew I had to, that I really couldn't go on to do anything else if I didn't write this book. And so I was able to do that. I was really excited about that, but then the reality of releasing it into the world made me feel so exposed, and it actually did bring a lot of judgment, especially from my family. So that was stepping out of my comfort zone and trying to get back in.
Makes sense. Now, during the process of stepping out of your comfort zone and then stepping back in and then stepping out again, what things have you come to learn about yourself through stepping out of your comfort zone?
Well, what I've learned is that when I was a kid, I didn't have any fear then. I had, I was living my life and I was really happy, but I was very connected to the spirit world, and I kind of took that for granted. The first time that I realized that maybe I was a little different than other people, because I thought, well, it was my Catholic upbringing and everybody Catholic thought the way I did. But then I had a 6-year-old cousin die, and I was 9 at the time, and I thought everybody should be rejoicing. I didn't know why they were crying, because I was very much in tune with the spirit world. And that was, for me, it made sense that it would be a joyous occasion to go back home. So then the following year, everything changed for me, and I lost that connection. It was like the rug got pulled out from under me when I was 10. We moved, and I was sent to live with relatives, and some things happened, and I completely lost my connection because it made me feel abandoned by God. And then I moved into God must hate me. And then I moved into this must be my fault, and I was created as an evil person. So you can see why, from all of those irrational beliefs, it was very safe to not let anybody really see me. So it took me a long time to step out of that. But when I was 35, that was the beginning of starting to do some things that took me out of being in my comfort zone and starting my healing process, and then getting really excited about sharing it with people, because I thought I had stumbled on something that a lot of people maybe didn't know, that they could help themselves.
Interesting. What I'd like to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, but before we do, could you please share with the viewers how they can reach you? And there is a flyer with that information as well.
Sure. I can be reached through my website. It's mariaangelarusso.com. And I will be happy to connect with you there.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
I'm Nick Rafter, native New Yorker and realtor. Looking for a new home or selling your current one is a stressful process. I'm here to make it a lot easier. I work with sellers, buyers, renters, and landlords in the 5 boroughs of New York City and in Nassau and Suffolk counties. My brokerage, Corporate, offers state-of-the-art services to allow you to market your property to the greatest number of potential buyers or renters. And if you're the one moving, we have thousands of listings ready for you to check out. So give me a call at 347-610-9765 today, and let's talk about how to make your decision to move a lot less stressful.
When you open yourself up to actual energy work, makes that recovery progress so much faster. That recovery is possible. You do not have to live as a victim until your last days. You have unbelievable strength, and I know that because you're still here. Do you want to create something completely unrecognizable with your life? I can show you how.
Hello, this is Maria Russo. I'm a psychotherapist, and I have written a book entitled The Growing Soul, which is an account of my healing journey. What I'm passionate about is working with people in my private practice, inspiring them to look for the possibilities for growth in their own life and to learn that their biggest challenges are their greatest blessings. You can reach me at mariaangelarusso.com, and I'd love to work with you.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I have my amazing guest, Maria Russo, who's our psychotherapist, and most importantly, author. She's an amazing author, and she's just shared with you so far some of the things that she has done since stepping out of her comfort zone. And I want to dive right back into what she was sharing just a little bit a while ago in regards to, I believe it was a spiritual gift you were speaking about. Yes, Maria?
Yes, and what really kind of, well, I was talking about knowing my spiritual gifts as a child, but taking them for granted and not really understanding them, becoming disconnected, and then starting to come back in my 30s to realize that I did have a way to communicate with the spirit world. And the next thing that happened after I published a memoir and retreated again into a comfort place was the 365 Soulful Messages being that book. When that book was published, I had 6 entries into it. When I heard about that book and the opportunity I had, it set me on fire again, because I had soulful messages and I knew that and I wanted to share them. So that really opened me up to recognizing that, wow, I've been just, I wasn't really believing that I was connected, but I was. And so sharing those stories and then leading me to you, Joanne, because you were also in that book. And then from there, the next comfort zone breakthrough was when you asked me to be on your TV show the first time. And if you'll remember correctly, I said no.
Yes.
I could not imagine coming on here and speaking. And anyway, somehow or another, we kind of got to this point. So then being on your show and stepping out of my comfort zone in that way, that really changed things. I think that just me being open to trying things that were terrifying, kind of set other things in motion. It's like, well, I'm going to put it this way, that like the spirit world said, okay, she's ready. And 3 weeks after that first call, or the first show that we were on, I got an email from a cousin of mine. Her name is Mary Beth. I had not seen her since she was 9 years old. We did not know each other as adults. And she had read my book, and that's how she found me. It had been more than 50 years since we'd had any contact at all. And anyway, not to make a long story short, that has been an opening for me. That has brought me back to understanding who I really am, and giving me, it's like it's opening up a whole new world for me to be able to express myself freely, without fear of being judged.
Yes, and since connecting with your cousin, yes, that she was. Since connecting with your cousin, I believe some of the conversations that you and I have had, obviously off air, in regards to some of your spiritual gifts. One of the things that I was fascinated by, a conversation that you and I had most recently, is how, and it's something that you and I can relate to, in regards to how one of your spiritual gifts is being a medium, being able to have that connection with the spirit world, and recognizing that it is a spiritual gift and being seen as a medium. Now, for the viewers that have no idea what a medium is someone that has that connection to speak with spirit. Not only speak with spirit, but sometimes it's also a matter of hearing, feeling, sensing, smelling the actual loved ones around us. And I know that during a conversation that you and I had, Maria, about the mediumship process and your connection, I know that you've said you've had several conversations with different family members who have crossed over. One being your dad, correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then, and I'm hoping that this is not diving too much into what we spoke about the other day to our off-air conversation, but you're also in the midst of speaking with another loved one who may actually be a key component to your next book, correct?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
So when we think about the connection that you have with spirit guides and that communication that you have, and the word, I think the term you just used before was you're on fire. Now, there's another song that you spoke to me about during our conversation a couple of days ago, something about dancing. Do you remember the song that was?
Oh, absolutely. That's a big one. That's a big one. In fact, this happened, probably in 2005, so it's quite a while ago. But, I learned a long time ago that, I was in my 20s when my father died, but he never stopped being with me. And so all these years later, I was at a retreat, and things that were said and different things that happened made me think of him the whole time, like he was right there with me. And I started to realize the things that I had learned from him. I had a very unusual relationship and a very close relationship with my dad. And that last night of the retreat, I basically said a prayer. I said, Dad, I have all this awareness, but I don't know what to do with it. Is there something you want me to know? And in the morning, with our morning meditation, the music that usually is played is soft flutes or something for a meditation, but our leader put on I Hope You Dance, which is a song that, like I said, is not usually that you meditate to, but I could not believe it. It was the messages in that song were the words that my father would have given me about how to live and how to pursue my dreams, and that nothing is impossible. And And I did ask Joe, our retreat master, I asked him, why did he change his mind about the music? And what he said to me, he says, I don't know. He said, I had something else planned, but something just told me to do this. So I did.
Yes. And it's interesting. It's interesting that you asked Joe that question, because it brings a interesting and valid statement that I'd like to share with the viewers in regards to how we are all really connected energetically. Where here it is prior to your meditation class, I think it was you were taking?
Yeah, it was a retreat. We were meditating in the morning.
Yes. So here it is during your retreat before going to meditate. You had asked your dad if there was anything that he can share with you on what you're supposed to do going forward. And here it is, the practitioner of the retreat decided to use different music for that morning to align you to the message your dad had for you. So the connection that we all have together energetically. And I also want to point out to the viewers that for any of the viewers who may have resonated with the song, and the song was called I Hope You Dance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And any of our viewers who's resonating with that song, feel free and go and Google it, so you too can listen to those words, because there may be something in there that is a message for you too. Because I truly do believe we are all connected, and I definitely believe that when we ask our guides for support and clarity, it comes in so many different ways. It doesn't necessarily just have to come from an image. It can literally come from this conversation that Maria and I are sharing with you today, and a lot of your clarity can actually be resolved just from today's conversation. So again, that title to that song is I Hope You Dance. So I'm hoping that it does resonate, and should it resonate with any of our viewers, I would love to know that it did. Feel free at some point or another to email me at healingwithin76@gmail.com to share that insight, because I would love to know that this resonated with you. So thank you, Maria, for sharing that song with us. And also this magnificent journey that you are on as a writer, where I believe that your writing is literally opening up so many different pathways for you, where besides the fact that you're getting to know yourself on a deeper level, but you're also getting to really connect with the spirits on a deeper level as well. So I think that's phenomenal. How do you feel about
that? I'm blown away and grateful that I didn't miss this, that I didn't just kind of stay in my shell. I'm really excited about the next book that will be about my relationship with my father, and how relationships don't end with death, they continue on. And there's even more to this story, that how my father's spirit was entwined with another spirit of someone I knew, and what I learned through that. And actually, I feel like I am being called to write this book from the other side, and believe that it'll be channeled through me. And I think it's
I believe that too. Yeah, I definitely believe that this next book that's coming through is going to be channeled, but there's going to be so much that you're going to really learn about yourself, and so many more spiritual gifts that's going to show up for you. If you can even imagine more spiritual gifts showing up in this lifetime for you. So I think that's amazing. And what I like to do is I like to take another commercial break, but before we do so, just let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Okay. My website is it's mariaangelarusso.com. And you can also email me at mariaangelarusso.com.
Awesome. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have a little bit more about Maria's journey, and then we're going to go into a card reading, assuming Maria's open to it, and take it from there. We'll be right back. Has your gym recently reopened and you're a high-risk client and not sure if you're ready to go back? I can help. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and cosmic energy reader. And I help clients like yourself release issues from their tissues. To redeem your 30-minute discovery session, email healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do look forward to working with you. Hello and welcome back. For those of you who are just joining, I am your host, Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, and I have my amazing guest, Maria Russo, here, who's our psychotherapist and also author. And we've been sharing her journey as an author and the books that she's written, and even more importantly, the journey that she's been literally learning about since being an author and learning about all her spiritual gifts. So it's amazing that when we tap into something such as our purpose, it does open the gateways for other things to show up. Which leads me to my question with Maria in regards to where do you see your spiritual path taking you?
Well, it still seems kind of new, even though what excites me the most about it is that it's taken me back to my roots, and it's always who I have been. But I think it's hard for me to envision, other than writing the book, knowing that it's something that is. I'm already just as passionate about this new book as I was for all those years of getting The Growing Soul to publication, and it was many years in the making. I think this book will be very quick.
Well, if you don't mind me saying so, I actually believe in a weird kind of way this book is already written, which is why it may very well seem like it's going to be very quick to write it.
Well, you know, that I think you're right. One thing I didn't mention when we talked about I Hope You Dance, right after that retreat, I made up my mind that I wanted to get a journal that I could just dedicate to my dad, just write to him and share my thoughts and bring up memories. And I was in I think it was Media Play. I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but I was in there looking at their journals one day, and I almost fell over when I looked up and they had a journal, I Hope You Dance journal. And it actually had room for a picture. And I put a picture of my dad in there. I have, for 5 years, I've been writing about memories and connections and things like that. So you're right. I have a lot of that is written. It's also in there is the connection that that I was making, talking to him about this person that I had met in 1995 that reminded me of him and how there was such a connection there. And his name was Sean. And I also have a lot of information that Sean and I shared. We were together for 3 years. And all of this there's so much there. I think between the letters that from Sean and the letters I sent Sean that I had made copies of, my book is in between the journal and the letters.
Yes. Now, just out of curiosity, since you've been writing in that journal for 5 years, how big is that journal?
Well, can I show it to you?
Of
it's not that big.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the book I found, and I actually still, it's not even full, but the thing is that for 5 years, I would pick it up periodically. Father's Day, his birthday, my birthday. Sometimes I'd write in it every day for a week or two. So it was periodic, but it was over a period of 5 years of memories, pulling out memories.
Nice, nice. And it's just so special on how that song, those words, I love you, I hope you dance, shows up in regards to him, your dad, letting you know that he's with you and give you clarity on whatever it is you're looking for clarity on. So I think that's really amazing. And again, just to share with the viewers that when you do open your energies up to connecting with your loved ones, they do provide clarity. Now, I do want to share a point here regarding when we connect with the loved ones versus connecting with, let's say, your archangels and spirit guides and fairies. With loved ones, they are always there and they can intervene without permission. Whereas on the other hand, with our archangels, fairies, and spirit guides, should you want to call on them, you do need to invite them in. They're not going to just intervene and share insight with you. You do need to literally call them. Now, if you don't know who your archangels are, who your fairies are, and spirit guides, the best way I know is just to open yourself up by saying, I'm calling on all my spirit guides for guidance and clarity. And when you do that, then just be open to receiving the guidance and clarity in every which way, because it does show up in every which way. As Maria just shared, here she is on a retreat and going to her meditation session, and prior to asking her dad, what else does she need to do? And her practitioner randomly pulled out the song that was not usual for their retreat music. So I think that's really amazing. And even when speaking with you, Maria, during our off-air conversations, from the very first day when you came on the show last year sometime, and in between all that, and then even today, the confidence level that you have enhanced is unbelievable. Even energetically, the energy that you have here is amazing. Now, do you notice that for yourself?
Well, I'm really glad to hear you say that, because it's like I want to be more confident about this. But I will say this. I did something very bold, definitely stepped out of my comfort zone this morning when I personally went on Messenger and invited 100 of my people that, my friends, to know about, at least, if not watch this video. In the past, I might post it on my Facebook page and then hold my breath and not really share too much about it with anybody. But so I'm learning that it makes no sense to hold back.
Exactly.
I missed all these years of really, of connections, that it doesn't matter. It only matters what happens now. But I'm glad I'm here. And
I'm glad you're here too. And I'm glad that even the very first time that I asked you to be on the show, even though you said no, I have an interesting way of, I don't know if the word is persuading or convincing or whatever it might be, but I have an interesting way of getting my guests to show up when they feel they shouldn't. And I'm glad that you did, because you do have a lot to offer. You have a definitely, I think, this experience of you stepping out of your comfort zone is going to definitely open the gateway so much more for you than it already has. So I'm really glad that you're here.
Thank you. I'm really glad I am too.
Yes. So what I like to do before we go into your card reading, and again, the flyer's there, just let the viewers know how they can reach you one last time before we go into the card reading. Okay.
My website is mariaangelarusso.com. And you can also email me at maria@mariaangelarusso.com.
Awesome. And just before we get into the card reading, I'd like to ask you what tip or what piece of advice you can offer to the viewers in regards to whether it's about writing a book or coming out of your comfort zone. What would you like to offer to the viewers? Your final words, so to speak, for the day.
Well, the thing that comes to my mind is to be true to yourself. Be who you are.
That's an
Actually,
awesome
I'd like to put it this way: dare to be who you came here to be.
Ooh, I love that. Repeat that again, because I need to write that. Dare to be
Dare to be who you came here to be.
who you came here to be. Ah, that's a beauty. Yes, yes. Because there's so many of us who are not living as authentically as we can be because we're so afraid of what other people will think when we do step out into that light that we're supposed to be in that shines from within. And that's our purpose, to be here, to do what we're supposed to do. So yeah, dare to be who you came here to be. I love that. Awesome. So with all that being said, in regards to a reading, do you have a specific question that you would like some clarity on, or would you like the universe to provide you some clarity?
Oh, I love it when the universe provides clarity for me.
All right. And my cards just keep flying out, so unfortunately I can't grab that one. So whatever that one was, it was. So Maria, just recite your full name that's on your birth certificate 3 times out loud.
Maria Angela Cavalieri. Maria Angela Cavalieri. Maria Angela Cavalieri.
All right. What do you need to know today? Your card today is creativity.
Oh.
Creativity. And I do believe that there's going to be a lot of creativity flowing from your soul with the writing that you're going to be doing. And also that you're going to find yourself being more creative in regards to the things that you are doing. And in addition to you being more creative, it's going to also open up all the different people you come in contact with that they too are going to be creative. Now, the chakra associated is the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is all about trusting this process, trusting that you're exactly where you need to be, trusting that at the time when you went to your retreat and that song came on, it's exactly what you needed to hear, and trusting that you are exactly on the path you need to be on to go to where you're going. And that everything in your past happened for the reasons it happened to help you get to where you are. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, it does. A lot of sense.
And your number, which does not surprise me, is a master number, which is a 6-6. The 6 energy is all about how you are healing. You have healed yourself, your inner child for that matter, which is the 6. You are healing yourself as an adult. And in addition to all that, with all the writing that you are doing, you are healing others in the same process. Your 6 adds out to a 12, which brings you into a 3 energy. So there's a lot of things you're going to be communicating and sharing, but even more importantly, there's going to be something I'm not even going to say you're going to be, but you are already teaching others in the process of your writing. Now, what I also hear, and I don't know if it's something you've even thought about wanting to do, it could be something that's sort of still up there floating, but possibly even teaching something in regards to some sort of course. I don't know. That's what I just heard. Does that even make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
teacher comes
yes.
up a lot for me.
Yes, yes. And I definitely can see that being the case where you're going to be teaching something. Don't know what that is just yet, but definitely teaching something, maybe in the realm of writing, but definitely teaching something. So I think that's very powerful. Does this resonate with you?
Yes, it does, because the book that I'm actually working on is a teaching memoir to go along with The Growing Soul, but I don't have the energy for it right now, and I'm going to go into where my energy is.
Okay. And I have a feeling that once you work through where your energy is right now with the book, that that's gonna give you more energy to do what you need to do for the teaching process.
Yeah,
because I believe the teaching process is what's going to help heal more people.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I love that. So yes. So with that being said, since we've already shared the information on how you can reach Maria here, and we've outdone ourselves on commercial breaks today, what I'd like to just let the viewers know just before we do end the show for today, just a few things. As we all know, it is Sunday. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching us here today. Come join me tonight live on my Facebook page for Cosmic Energy Soul readings that are free. We have a lot of fun on my Facebook page. I bring you actually on, such as we're here doing here. And I do a reading for you with anywhere between 1 or 3 cards. And you can join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All you'll need to do is go to my page to get that, and I'll be right there live with you guys. And then again, for all those who are interested in stepping onto this platform to being a guest, I'm offering guest sponsorship applications. Whether you're an entrepreneur, healer, life coach, author, publisher, or living in purpose, feel free to go ahead and send your story and what it is you would like to share with my viewers, our viewers, to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I currently have 8 spots left for 2020. Will you be one of those who fill a spot? I'm hoping you will. So come join me. Every Sunday we are here. I look forward to connecting with each and every one of you next week. And again, a big thank you to Maria for being here and sharing your journey, sharing your everything that you do. You're awesome and you're amazing, and your confidence level is flying high. So thank you so much for being here, Maria. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you too.
Thank you. And to all my guests, all my viewers, remember to share, like, and comment on today's show. And we'll see you next Sunday. Bye-bye for now.